Right, everyone. Look at chicken there. Now then, keep turning on because it's a bit of deja vu. Last Tuesday I won the match on the Tuesday Bomb and Feeder League of 24 loco, which is that one. Today I've drawn 23 loco. But the other day I had all that bait to myself, so I had a lot of room. And I've got quite a bit of room today. I'm not disappointed with this 23 loco. Because the only difference is 17 and 9, or 15, 17, 19 are in down there. They've put 15 in, but from 19 to me, I've got a lot of room that's just there. I've got that reed bed, and sometimes you catch a few there, and I've got chicken and May there. How about that? Look at that. That's May Potter, and she's over there on 34. So she'll get a few. Alex sorted her out there, and that's chicken. Now chicken, he's probably got a bit lost today because the last three matches he's been on strip, and they didn't put it in today, so we were a bit disappointed that he won't go in on strip. So he thought he'd draw loco 25. Now he is second. He's £3 behind Stuart Fotheringham, and so I think after today he'll probably be winning it because Stuart has drawn over there on 21 on Beaches, on Benny's, sorry, that's Benny's. Now it's having a great peg this year, and it's because peg 14's in that other side of that big tree and they're chucking same spot, so I don't think that's a good draw anymore. It used to be okay. 23 is a great peg on point, and I won't particularly fancy it. That's peg 2 I kept drawing the other week twice, and but that's 25, but this is 23, so I learnt a lot the other day. I've not seen a fish top yet, not one fish, but that's not surprising. But the wind's a little bit different. Other day it were off my back, so it were a proper southerly wind, and this is more like a west wind. It's coming from that direction there, you can see it blowing, so it's more of a west wind, and it might be a bit more difficult to feed my corn today, but because I've got that room there, I'll be able to feed it to me right a bit, so I get away with it a little bit and it helps me. So I like to use the wind to do that. But I can't grumble at this. I'd have put my tattle on it. If you'd have said this, I'd have definitely put my tattle on it, because I caught that weight and won that match the other day, and there were a lot of fish here. They were topping and all getting liners, certainly the last 2 hours when I sorted it out. So how am I going to fish it? Well, I've got 3 rods set up. Yeah, I know I only had 2 the other day, but I've set another one up because I've got to feel I might have to chuck about a bit, so I've put two feeder rods up, because if you remember, only one bite on Brenny first hour, and I felt it were all hybrid work, so I set 2 hybrid rods up, a big one and a little one, in case I want to go a bit further. One on an 11-foot rod, one on a 10-foot rod, and I've got my bomb and corn there for the last 2 hours. So basically all I'm going to do, I'm going to feed my corn, fish my hybrid, try and catch my 20 F1s. 20 F1s will be 55 to 60 pound, and hopefully I get a couple of carp. And like I said, I've got you've always got a chance here of getting a few pulls, and it's straightforward with me bait. I'm slipping all over here, so let me get on my box. I'm sat that way this week. You might wonder why. Well, because my tip would be in that, because I like my rod to the side, so I've turned it round and I've put it this way, so I'm facing wind, but it's a warm wind. It's 8-9 degrees, so it's not a problem. Straightforward. Corn with my Sensate in, you can see it, and my pellets that's been soaked overnight in Sensate, and micros, and I've got my wafters ready there. I've got my Guru bread, but will I use it? I'll only use it if I think today, if I'm struggling. The reason for that is I'm 6 at the moment, and I need a weight, and I'm not going to gamble or all like that. I'm just going to try and get me £50 plus for a counter, because I need to get back in it, because this is the 4th one, the 4th Saturday Bomb and Feeder League. I think it's sponsored by Drennan. I'm really sure it's sponsored by Drennan. But anyway, so that's the idea. I'm just going to fish hybrid, try and catch 4 an hour, that's 20 fish, which is only one every 15 minutes. I know it sounds easy when you say it like that, but it's not. And hopefully I'll get a couple of carp and get me 50 to 70 pound, and I'll be happy as laddie, because that'll move me up leaderboard. So yeah, so I'd like to see a fish jump. That would really cheer me up. But I'm next to chicken, so we're going to have a laugh, we're going to have a giggle. He's a good friend, and hopefully we get a few bites. But yeah, I'd have took this. It's marvellous, isn't it? All winter. I've not sat on loco once, and last 2 matches I've sat on here. That were a fish there, that were a carp as well. Well, you can see it there, that were a carp that's just jumped out there. right at middle, not quite where I fish, but it's good enough to see a fish, so I'm happy with that. And there's JK there just casting. Let's see where he lands. I can't see it on peg 40. So he's going to catch some fish on peg 40, I would think. But seeing a fish, I'm happy now, and that's it. So I'll let you know how we get on, but I'm looking forward to it actually, especially we've been on it the other day. And this is a strange lake. You might come in and not catch anything, but I'll tell you something, I'm as happy as laddie being on here. What a difference 4 days make. Oh God, can't believe the difference in 4 days. Or it was just the fact that I was sat on my own, so I don't really know. That was tough today. Can't believe that I've had 11 F1s, about 8 skimmers and some roach. I just got roached and skimmered off for 3 hours. I just couldn't catch an F1. I had one F1 after 3 hours. Can you believe that? And first hour hardly anything caught. And then an odd fish started being caught, and I think... Any good, Tommy? No mate, no, I've got 11 F1s, that's all. What you had?
35, maybe 40 pounds, that's all.
Oh well,
Me doing work, we'll get
you're doing well there. That's Stuart with 40 pound, and chicken there, he'll have 50 pound chicken, maybe more. I've got 11 F1s, I reckon it's 15, 16, he's got a carp, and he's giving me a right good hiding. So May over there, I don't think she's had. I've seen her catch a few fish, but a bit disappointed. I couldn't catch it. But the biggest problem is you couldn't feed. You just couldn't feed corn, and I couldn't get it in the right spot. And I didn't catch no well. 2 hours, so I finished up with 11. I'll have 30 odd pound. No good. 17 and I think 40. Johnny Kenny's had a few fish. I couldn't catch no Tommy hybrid, and it were hybrid for 3 hours really. And I've had nothing on it. I've had one, but I couldn't catch anything but skimmers. And then I've caught a few on my corn line, but I just couldn't feed it. So it's what it goes. So 30 odd pound. Thanks for coming. But that's how it goes. But shout difference. What 4 days make how many fishery? But saying that, like, he's got 50-60 pound there. We're up there chicken, so not done the right area, or I've just done it wrong. Who knows? But a bit disappointed, but that's how it goes. Well, everyone, sum up today. Left a few behind, I think, 2 or 3 fish. I felt I really fancied peg. I thought I'd catch some fish early, and I didn't. But nobody did, to be fair. Even chicken, who was his third hit match, was £64. I think Wrighty's won it with 77 on peg 7 on beaches, and I think there were 60 odd on peg 6, so some fish in that area. Yeah, I've had £35, 11 F1s, lost 2. I think I should have had £50. What could I have done different? Well, when I won it off next peg, I got it all to myself. And I felt when I come off that the first hour I should have fished bread and I should have fished a hybrid. Well, I've done that today and I couldn't catch them. All I could get was skimmers. And it looks like a lot of skimmers have fed when I've seen everybody around me. And after an hour I hadn't got a fish. And apart from two skimmers, perhaps I should have stuck at that, I don't know. But then I started chasing by picking my bomb rod up and casting it. And I hooked a big F1 on bread and it got me snagged in them reeds to my right. So that bust me. And then I went ages, and after 3 hours I only got one. And it was like, wow. And then chicken started catching. He's fished a right good match, to be fair. And he started catching, and I could see Johnny. But no, nobody were like getting loads of fish, but I wasn't getting no liners. And the other day I got liners, an indication to almost tell you what were happening, where the fish are. And then I've caught my corn line and I've caught a couple. But the biggest problem, I couldn't feed my corn line. That was the wind was so strong at us, I just couldn't. And I was waiting for the gust to come down so I could get some corn in. And I finished up catching 11 on that, really, and a few skimmers and roach. But because you can't feed it, and it's really important that when you're feeding that corn, you need to like get it all together, and you couldn't because of wind. And so I felt like perhaps I should have fished that bit longer and not. I went back out after 3.5 hours and couldn't catch one. And whether I'm in the wrong area or I've done it wrong, I'm not quite sure really, but I feel like I've left 3 or 4 fish behind and I perhaps should have had £50 and I'd have been happy with that instead of 35, which means I'll go backwards a bit now. Even though only 70 odd pounds won it, I'll go backwards, but I'm still only one good weight off doing well. I think Chicken will be winning it now, so fair play. We fished a good match today as Chicken. And we've had a good, good laugh as well. So, yeah, a bit disappointed, but that happens, doesn't it? That strange thing about fishing. It's like, other day had all that space and it were an easy match, not an easy match, but it were easy fishing. And today we just put 2 anglers there and they moved into that other space and they've caught a few more than I have. So, a bit disappointed, but it's what it is. That's the 4th one over, so we've still got 3 to go. I can still get 3 good counters. But I think I might just be still at top 10, but that's all I'll be. But next 3, I've got to come up with a weight at some point now. And it's going to be cold this week coming, so it won't happen at next match, I don't think. But, with 3 matches, you can go on there and catch £100 a match, as you all know. So wait and see. But it's what it is. I'm a bit disappointed. I think I'm 3 or 4 fish down on peg that I've drawn. But I want not disappointed with draw. I just didn't fish it right for fish 3 hours. I don't know what I should have done. That's trouble in one of them matches. But, well, that's how it goes. So we're back at Allcroft tomorrow on the Feeder Masters pairs. We make vials and, of course, we had a terrible match last time. Both of us fished terrible matches. I don't know, we just got his tactics completely wrong, but we were second, not first one, so we need some catching up to do tomorrow. So I need to put my hand in the draw bag and get us 2 good ones tomorrow. But that's how it goes. That's fishing, and I'm a bit down, but it's what it is. And I'll let you know how we're going tomorrow.